Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is Good here, and I have a new part of the factory today. So, today I have added us hamburgers, bun wraps, egg sandwiches, and chicken sandwiches. Along with that, we got some new foods, basically inside, basic foods that need to be processed in, including chicken, which we cut and we smoke, and we have a dedicated smoking section. We've also added dumplings. I keep forgetting that I added that. It wasn't actually very complicated when I used base ingredients I had. To continue, we also put onions into the system and carrots into the system. I had to replace the beets with onions because I wasn't going to expand on that until I changed that to I'm thinking a rotary gantry. I've never actually completed a rotary gantry before. The reason I plan on doing this is because I don't think the minecart contraption will export well when I send this out as a factory, as a schematic. There you go. Now, along with the chicken came with eggs, coincidentally, and I will go ahead and show you guys the new setup for the chickens. So we have over here a seed breeder now, and this will dump seeds into the chickens, and the chickens will get entity crammed. It's the same exact thing as what's happening over here with the cows and the wheat and the sheep. It is not the most elegant, but it is what it is. So, because of all the chickens that's happening inside of the area, we get eggs out with it. Now, I do have a plan for the pork. The pork is going to be with the hoglins, and I am going to attempt to filter out babies, specifically so that when they grow up, they get knifed so that we can get ham. We're going to need ham for a special ingredient. I believe it is needed for the feast, which is going to be one of the last things I actually do here. So, other additions is our smoker here. We have a smoker. It takes in any of the meats that we are using, which is going to be needed for the sandwiches, and it's going to smoke it here through this process. I got this idea from a schematic I found, and it had a smoking lava water for washing and haunting, all just throwing it through cobwebs. And I've learned to do this, and it's actually quite useful. And it is used to create all of our cooked stuff. This includes bread and egg. Now, I try to do a little bit of redstone fanaticking to down here. It is very dark down here. I am sorry. I am not coming back down here. But the redstone fanaticking was dedicated to taking anything from here and dumping it into here. It does not scale well, so I am stopping that, and what I'm possibly going to do is just direct it over here instead. So, as you can tell from looking at this, we have ourselves the hamburgers, the bread, and the dumplings. Now, why do we not have the sandwiches? The sandwiches are in here. Ah, I haven't moved this yet. So yeah, this is where all the sandwiches and everything's being made. We have a new mixer. This mixer is dedicated for non-cooking purposes. So we have the plain mixer and the heated mixer. This is what's going to be obviously making our sandwiches and anything that don't need to be cooked. I believe the dumplings do need to be cooked, and that's why they're in here. I need to reroute this to move over here. I think I didn't do that because I plan on moving this to over here so that all the mixers can just directly go in. I plan on having it so that all the foods get directed into the food storage. It will be limited to each food type so that we don't run out of space in here. And there's not that much that would do that. Now, one thing I didn't show off in my previous video was the bowl making, which is currently turned off because we have a whole bunch of bowls somewhere. There's somewhere. One thing I will tell you guys is when you have a gap like this, where it's not needed in the crafting, you need to put a casing on it. And I believe it's called a craft casing? Crafter slot cover. You need to put it on there, and it'll make it to where it'll craft it when there's nothing inside. And because all I'm using is wood, you can technically just mix all the inputs into one, like I did here. And this processes all the wood into what is needed. It is currently turned off because it is detecting through this threshold that there is too many bowls. I am using a lot of thresholds to make sure that I don't overcompensate for things. The filter got updated for feathers, so that the chicken feathers don't overclog the system. And we've got plenty of eggs. I say one small problem with the animal farm is it's slightly slow, but that's to be expected. So, I'll go ahead and show you guys off. We now can order ourselves some hamburgers. You know, I should probably added this to the filter. But let's go ahead and just order up all the hamburgers. 24 hamburgers, sir. We're feeding 12 people. Thank you. And that is the update to the factory today. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and as you can tell, the factory is turning on again. And if you did, please like and subscribe, and tell me how I can improve.